Oh boy, I really know how to pick 'em. Oh boy. Oh no, 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 no. That James Gunn, we're gonna have to fire him.
Why is that, Mickey?
Well, it's because he's really fucked up. He's a really, really fucked up individual.
I'm done with the Mickey Mouse voice. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, King Cine here, and I just watched The Belko Experiment, written by James Gunn. Um, and e- it kind of sucked. I'll admit, it kind of sucked. At least I can say this, because the past couple movies have just been boring, snorefest, stinkers. This at least is not boring. This is a very, very fun film. This has a lot of cool potential, but it just goes nowhere. The potential goes nowhere, and you know, the stakes are there. The stakes are definitely there, but at the end, it's basically like the ending is basically just the biggest, giantest middle finger to the audience in the world. Um, so I'm gonna compare this to a couple of movies actually. The first movie I'm gonna compare it to is Alien Resurrection. Um, this is where you take a well-established scriptwriter or a slightly new scriptwriter, but let's say that, and he's a good scriptwriter. Makes a really, really good script. Then you pair it with the director who takes it in a much more different direction than what you intended. Because I can tell from the way that the script moves and the pacing moves that this movie was not meant to be as serious as it was. This was going, I think this was originally going to be a very, very political satire here. I think it really was. I think it was going to be a jab at the U.S. government and way it's run and blah 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 blah. And it was going to be Office Space meets Battle Royale, which, as many people know, uh, one of James Gunn. Those are two of James Gunn's most favorite movies. So there, this movie is what is known as a pitch movie. It's a term in Hollywood where you take the idea of a movie and then you just kind of make the movie based on the idea, but you don't actually like deconstruct the idea and give the full-fledged story. Now, sometimes it works. Under Siege with Steven Seagal is a great pitch movie because of the fact that the pitch was Die Hard on a boat. And that's what it is. It's Die Hard on a boat. Um, you take so basically the pitch was Office Space meets Battle Royale. Okay, cool. James Gunn's writing it. Sweet. Because when he pitched this, he was coming off the high heels of one of the most out of nowhere surprise Marvel movies because he was able to take characters that no one had heard of or cared about and brought them to the spotlight and made a kick-ass movie while doing it and wrote and directed it. So why not throw $5 million at it? And Blumhouse, who never really does anything bad, this is not bad per se. This is just mediocre. It's very mediocre. Um, because it ends up just being an unnecessary gore fest that just because it doesn't push the limits because like even when they do something they still fail. Like I like the beginning, like the first act. I really enjoy the first act of this movie. I really, really do. I think it's a very, very decent setup for all the characters. And even the first people that die, I think that's a very, very cool way that basically the setup to how they die. It's great because everybody's kind of just rubbing it off of like, it's just a joke, it's just a joke. But there's a few people that are like, no, really not. But the people that are like, oh, it's a practical joke and it's a prank, it's a very interesting way that Gunn establishes who you're supposed to root for and who you're supposed to root against. The people that are hiding and are hesitant, these are the people that you are going to want to get attached to. The lead character is Mike, and throughout the entire movie, like throughout the entire first act, he's hesitant about something. He's off. It's off. He's off about something. The guards, the fact that all the locals were sent home. Um, Something is off, and he knows something is off. He's a very smart character. I really enjoy his character. I think the actor who played him did a very, very good job playing the character. Um, then you have, more of the upper staff. Now, these guys, they're like, oh, it's a practical joke. But then when they realize it's not, they immediately jump into the, okay, we have to kill people to survive. We gotta kill people. And Mike is like, no, 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 there's gotta be another option. And the thing I like about Mike is he maintains that mentality throughout the entire movie. Um, so yes, it's an experiment, and I will say this: it is literally one of the most blatant, full out, obvious, in your face, smack in your face, fuck you, middle finger, set up for a sequel at the end where it is the reveal is just I'm just like kill me now because just no, 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 no. I get it. The problem is I don't know what you would tell in the sequel because what you were trying to tell in this one you didn't really accomplish because you kind of just threw it out the window for a about 45 minutes of gore fest. And that's what it is. It's about it's about a 25-minute setup. People die, people deal with the fact that people just die. They figure out what's going on, and then the voice comes on and says, "Okay, here's our main plot. You have this many you have 2 hours to kill this many people or we're going to kill this many people." And then the movie basically starts. And for about 10 minutes they hold on to the idea, what do you do in the situation? About 10 minutes. 10 to 15. But then once you hit about the 45-minute mark, because they do the sign thing, and then basically that doesn't work, so immediately afterwards, it's just okay. Here's the gore fest. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna start killing people, and that's basically what happens. They start killing people, and then they just don't stop killing people. Everyone is killing everyone, and it's basically like you were trying to say something, but you kind of just threw it out the window. The director kind of just threw it out the window to go like, well, this is going to be an action movie, so we need to. And the deaths aren't even clever. Most of the time, it's just people getting shot in the head or they blow up. It's not even clever. Like, see, something that because I could overlook the fact that it's just an unnecessary gore fest, but I will say this: the way that the last person dies is exactly what I wanted. The last person in the actual office, uh, the way that they die, it's exactly what I wanted because he gets killed with a tape dispenser. That is great. That is what I wanted. I was like, okay, let's. All right, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna take Office Space and we're gonna do Battle Royale with it. All right, let's take staplers and tape dispensers and like throw file cabinets at people. Have the big people just pick like big military guys pick up the file cabinet, just throw it, crush a guy under a file cabinet. That would have been cool. That would have been creative. But like I said, they had an idea. They had a very very social satire in it, social commentary in it, and they just kind of threw it out the window for some gore, 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 gore. And like I said, most of the time it's just people getting their heads blown off. So and because of that, and because of the unnecessary setup for the sequel, um, but there are a lot of things I liked. I think I enjoyed the story. I think I enjoyed the characters. I really did. I think every character had their own little thing that made them that character. Um, so everyone had their own little story. It was great. Um, so, but I think the pacing was off. I think the editing was off. I think the directing was way off. Um, James Gunn, you did a pretty decent job with the script. Um, so I think I'll just give it a C. In all honesty, C for effort. I see the effort. And James, if you do get your sequel, direct it. That's what I would say. I would say write it and direct it. That's when your best work comes out. And anyways, I will see y'all next time in Cine.